In a quiet suburban neighborhood governed by a strict homeowners association, Marcus Thompson, a respected judge in his mid-40s, moved into a charming two-story home with his wife, Elena, and their two young children. Eager to start a new chapter after years of hard work, Marcus envisioned a peaceful life away from the city's hustle. However, from the moment he arrived, the HOA president, Karen Whitaker, a sharp-tongued widow in her late 50s, watched him with suspicion. She patrolled the streets daily, enforcing rules with an iron fist, and Marcus's family quickly became her target. Subtle complaints about their lawn decorations and mailbox style escalated into passive-aggressive notes left on their door, hinting at deeper prejudices. Despite the tension, Marcus remained composed, focusing on his family's happiness and his demanding role on the bench, unaware that Karen's resentment was brewing into something far more dangerous. As weeks turned into months, Karen's oversight turned obsessive. She rallied other neighbors with whispers of declining property values and unfounded rumors about Marcus's background, fueling a divide in the community. Marcus, sensing the underlying bias, tried to address it diplomatically at an HOA meeting, proposing inclusive changes to the rules. But Karen shut him down, her voice dripping with condescension, accusing him of trying to change the neighborhood's character. Elena noticed the emotional toll on Marcus. He worked longer hours at the courthouse to escape the stress, but the family's once joyful home felt shadowed. One evening, after a particularly heated exchange where Karen fined them for a minor infraction, Marcus confided in Elena about his fears of escalation, vowing to protect their dream. Little did they know, Karen's frustration had crossed into irrational territory, plotting a drastic act to force them out. Under the cover of a moonless night, Karen slipped into Marcus's backyard, her heart pounding with misguided righteousness. Convinced that removing the problem would restore order, she set a small fire near the garage, intending only to scare them. But the flames spread rapidly, engulfing the house in a terrifying blaze. Marcus awoke to the smell of smoke, heroically rushing his family to safety as sirens wailed in the distance. Firefighters battled the inferno, but the house was reduced to ashes, leaving the Thompsons devastated and homeless. In the chaos, Marcus spotted a shadowy figure fleeing, but couldn't identify them. The emotional weight crushed him. Years of savings, cherished memories, and his children's sense of security all gone. As investigators arrived, whispers of arson circulated, and Marcus's judicial instincts kicked in, determined to seek justice amid the ruins. Displaced to a temporary apartment, the Thompsons leaned on each other for strength, with Marcus channeling his grief into action. Police delved into the case, uncovering surveillance footage from a neighbor's camera that vaguely implicated Karen, her car parked nearby, and a suspicious purchase of accelerants. Karen, feigning innocence, attended community gatherings, offering hollow sympathies while secretly panicking. Marcus, balancing his courtroom duties, felt a profound sense of betrayal, his trust in humanity shaken. Emotional conversations with Elena revealed his internal struggle. As a judge sworn to uphold fairness, he questioned if he could remain impartial. Clues mounted, leading to Karen's arrest, and the neighborhood buzzed with shock. Marcus prepared for the legal battle ahead, his resolve hardening, as he realized this was more than property. It was a fight against deep-seated injustice. Karen faced arson charges, her once authoritative demeanor crumbling under scrutiny. Released on bail, she hired a slick lawyer, denying involvement and claiming it was a setup by troublemakers. Marcus, assigned to a different court division, focused on rebuilding his life, but fate intervened when Karen's case was unexpectedly transferred to his courtroom due to a scheduling conflict. The irony hit him like a wave. The woman who destroyed his home would now stand before him for judgment. Emotions swirled. anger, sorrow, and a test of his integrity. He confided in a mentor judge about the conflict, weighing recusal, but decided to proceed if ethics allowed, seeing it as an opportunity for true accountability. As the trial date approached, tension gripped the community, with supporters rallying for Marcus and others defending Karen's so-called dedication to the HOA. The courtroom filled with anticipation as Karen entered, her eyes widening in disbelief upon seeing Marcus presiding. He maintained the stoic facade, adhering strictly to procedure, but the emotional undercurrent was palpable. Prosecutors presented damning evidence, the footage, witness testimonies of Karen's biases, and forensic matches to the fire. Karen's defense argued coincidence and lack of motive, but cracks appeared during her testimony. She faltered, revealing hints of prejudice that alienated the jury. Marcus guided the proceedings with unwavering fairness, though flashbacks to the fire haunted him. Elena watched from the gallery, her support bolstering him. In a pivotal moment, a neighbor testified about overhearing Karen's hateful remarks, shifting the room's energy. As deliberations began, Marcus reflected on forgiveness versus justice, his heart heavy with the personal stakes. The jury returned a guilty verdict, convicting Karen of arson and related charges. Sentencing her to prison time and restitution, Marcus delivered a measured statement from the bench, emphasizing the harm of unchecked bias and the importance of community harmony. Karen, tearful and remorseful for the first time, apologized in court, though Marcus knew true change would take time. Outside, the Thompsons embraced, their bond stronger than ever, as they planned to rebuild, not just their home, but bridges in the neighborhood. Marcus's experience deepened his empathy as a judge, inspiring him to advocate for anti-discrimination reforms in HOAs. The story closed on a hopeful note, with the family moving forward, transforming tragedy into a catalyst for positive change.